Hi, this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils, Health Matters, and Living the Wholesome Life. And we are on week 20, day 2 of our positive, peaceful affirmations that we are doing every single day, Monday through Friday. And we are following Dr. Susan Lawton's book, Positive, Peaceful Growth Calendar. You can get it at Aroma Tools or Oil Life. Definitely a book that you're going to want to get if you love positive affirmations, if you love music therapy, if you love essential oils. It is the perfect combining of all three of those aspects. I think that it's a great gift to give. I think you'll love it for yourself. So definitely recommend buying the book. This week, this whole entire week, our affirmation for the week is I am very excited about new vegetables. Okay, so vegetables, right? We all know how incredibly healing they are to our bodies, and just the different vegetables all have a different benefit to our systems. I was studying a few of them, and carrots, of course, are world renowned for helping eyesight, and potatoes. I didn't know this until I found this out by studying, but potatoes are actually good for lowering stress. And so there's different benefits to each different vegetable. A lot of the literature right now says eat the color, eat the rainbow, eat the whole color spectrum. Make sure you're getting the oranges and the yellows and the purples and the reds, all into your diet. They each bring something different. So if you have, I posted a few recipes yesterday. I'll be posting a few more recipes today that for how to eat, use essential oils with veggies. I will be posting today my favorite spinach salad and with a lemon poppy seed dressing that I think you're gonna love, love, love. It has such a bright flavor to it. Okay, so this week we are definitely concentrating on getting more veggies. So maybe chopping them up in the morning, putting them out for your family. Break time is cucumber time. Break time is carrot time. My 10-year-old Wesley just loves celery. I love celery with peanut butter because that's kind of how my mom always served it, or often served it. But he loves celery just plain, which so good for you in so many different ways. So the affirmation for this week is I'm very excited about new vegetables. I can't wait for you to share your recipes, for you to share which veggies you are in love with and which veggies you kind of want to get to know a little bit more, right? We can have more than one friend when it comes to the veggie family. The affirmation for today is I nurture myself and drink lots of water. Okay, so that's again a 2-part affirmation. I nurture myself and drink lots of water. And nurturing yourself and drinking lots of water can be super nurturing to us, but we're not just going to concentrate on drinking water, although that's really good. And I'm going to give you a ton of info on water because I've definitely been doing my my study on what are the benefits of water. Anyway, but we are also going to nurture ourselves. What nurtures us? Like saying our prayers, reading our scriptures, having some downtime, having some meditative time, doing some of the things we enjoy, getting out in nature, getting out in the sunshine, connecting to friends, strengthening those relationships, right? So, whatever. And I want us to just constantly, that's really funny. So honestly, I want us to have 10 things that we just know. These 10 things nurture us. And so when we feel like I want to go to my mom, right? Because usually we kind of go to our mothers for nurturing. When we feel like I would love some nurturing, we know 10 things, 10 tools in our tool belt that can help us. So again, the affirmation for today is I nurture myself and drink lots of water. Okay, I wanted to talk to you in depth about the benefits of drinking water. So before I talk to you about the benefits of drinking water, the first thing that I want to say is how can we tell if we're dehydrated? And so at first, if you're starting to get dehydrated, you're going to have an increase of thirst. However, and this is the tricky part, if we ignore that need to drink, what our body does, what our mind does, is it says, oh, there must not be water around for me to drink, so I'm going to shut off that need. Okay, so the first sign is that you're going to have an increased, you're going to have a need to drink, you're going to have increased thirst, but then actually the more dehydrated you get, the more that thirst mechanism goes away. It's scary that the things that we really need go away if we ignore them. Okay, so let's not ignore the promptings that we're giving, whether it's the promptings for thirst or the promptings to nurture ourselves in other ways. Let's not ignore them, because when we ignore promptings, we get less of them. Okay, so the other signs of dehydration are lack of energy, lack of sleep. Now, I have a very, very hard time remembering to drink my water, typically in the past. But usually around, I don't know, 10, and I usually get up like 5 o'clock hour, 6 o'clock, sometimes 4. I get up, I feel totally energized, I hit the ground running, and then I get tired later on in the day. And I always thought, you know what, I'm just a nap person. I just need naps. Well, I don't know for sure that I am a nap person. Maybe what I have just done for years is undernourished my body with water, and that is giving me the low energy that I sometimes feel in the earlier late afternoon. So if you experience times of low energy, it might just be that you're dehydrated. Okay, and don't reach for one of those caffeinated drinks. When you have low energy, honestly, most of them are diuretics, and so instead of nurturing your body with water, they're actually depleting your body of water, and which is going to just make you more tired. I know it's going to raise you up for a while, but it's honestly going to drop you down. So let's try to stay away from those caffeinated drinks. They aren't as good for us as we think they are. Okay, if you suffer from a lot of headaches, it could be dehydration. Obviously, dry mouth, dehydration. If you have a decreased urine output, dehydration. If you have dry skin or dizziness, if your urine has a darker hue, if you're constipated, if you have joint pain. And let's remember, lack of water equals pain, okay? Let's do that. Let's just say that 3 times. Lack of water equals pain. Lack of water equals pain. Okay, I know I teach children all day long. I homeschool. So please forgive me of this. This is just kind of how I am. So just one more time with me. Lack of water equals pain. Let's get that in our mind. If we have physical pain and if we have emotional pain, it could be because of a lack of water. And we'll be talking about more about that later. And also, if you have digestive issues, it can definitely be from a lack of water. So here's how to know if you have good hydration, right? So if you're urinating 2 to 10 times, if you're urinating 7 to 10 times a day, and if 5 to 7 of those are pretty clear, then you know you have good hydration. So if you notice that your urine is getting a lot, if you notice your urine is getting darker, go ahead, reach for the water, drink the water. Okay, here are some amazing reasons to drink more water. The first one is that it helps with your bowel movements, and to help them be more regular, and that can help clear your body of toxins. Drinking water actually creates the urge to go to the bathroom. So, and we want to be releasing waste and toxins from our body on a daily basis. We want to just have our system running smoothly. So if it's not, try increasing your water uptake. Water fills you up. So drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning not only helps to reduce sleepiness, but it also helps us get filled up so we don't eat as much. Okay, this is my favorite thing. Like, there's a science behind how water helps to give you energy. And this is the science. When you drink water on an empty stomach, and like first thing in the morning, it actually helps your body create more red blood cells. Now, what red blood, and I'm not a scientist, I wasn't like super great in my science classes, but I know a lot of you are totally into science. And so what it does, okay, so it creates more red blood cells, which means that your body has more oxygen, which means that you're gonna have more energy, right? Okay, so that's the science behind how water energizes us. It relieves headaches. Now, I've known for a very, very long time that the number one cause of headaches is dehydration. So most of the time when you have a headache, just drinking a glass of water can really help alleviate it. If you have headaches first thing in the morning, especially, or if you have them throughout the day, I want you to think, am I really getting proper hydration? Maybe drinking a glass of water before you go to bed can help you not wake up with a headache. Why not try it, right? Like, if we're suffering with pain, why not try changing something and drinking water at night? I think it'd be a great fix for headaches in the morning. Okay. Drinking an 8, also, if you tend to get headaches in the morning, drinking water in the morning, first thing in the morning on that empty stomach, is going to energize you. It's going to help you hit the ground like running. And it's going to help ward off those headaches that come from dehydration. I love Chinese medicine. I think if you followed me at all, you kind of know I love Chinese medicine. And the Chinese are like famous for, drink 2 cups of water first thing when you wake up in the morning. And they just think it has all these incredible health benefits. And the more I learn, the more I realize, oh, they are so wise. They are so wise in how they take care of their cells. Okay, so water actually can help increase our immune system. Water is essential to immune system. Keeping a stable balance of fluids in our body can leads to a reduction of infections. And drinking water on an empty stomach, again, can be very, very helpful for boosting our immune system. We've already talked about how it increases energy because it gives us more red blood cells. So, definitely be sure that you're reaching for your water many times a day. There are so many apps that you can get on your phone. There are so many ways of making sure you're getting your water. You can track your water. Okay, so I had this on your phone or on a piece of paper that you just kind of keep by you. I had this water at this time of day. Oh, time for more water. And then you're tracking your water. I think I'm going to actually pay myself to drink water. I've noticed that last year I talked about this a lot, but I've noticed that when I pay myself, and where that pay goes to helping someone else, that I really stick to my goals better. So just to put the word out for me, what I'm going to be doing is if I drink my glasses of water a day, what's good for my body weight a day, then I'm going to pay myself $1. And if I do that every day during the month, I'm going to double that amount. So instead of $30, I get $60. And then I can donate that to my favorite charity. And $60, oh my gracious, there are so many people around the world that $60 can make a difference for. So many organizations that they can take your $60 and do wonders with it. So whatever motivates you, whatever is your basically carrot, right? Whatever motivates you, pair it with drinking more water. I think you're going to be more beneficial. It's going to be more beneficial that way. And you're going to reach your drinking water goals that way. It can help clear your skin. Now, this is something that I didn't really know, and I wish I would have known when I was a teenager. And when I was 15, I had super clear skin. I'm like, oh, my skin's so good. And then when I hit about 16, like right about the time I could date, my skin started to get like pimples and acne, and it was it was hard going through my teenage years, even until the time I kind of got married. I didn't figure it out, right? And so my skin was just very troubled. Well, looking back, I'm like, could have water been the cure? Because when you, okay, so this is what they say. This is kind of what studies are saying, that much of our acne originates with irregular bowel movements, because when we don't have regular bowel movements, it keeps those toxins in our body longer, and it starts showing up. Okay, so we have many different organs, and their duty is to help eliminate toxins, and when those organs are overtaxed, it starts showing up on our skin, because our skin is actually like the kind of fail-safe elimination channel, and so it starts eliminating out of our skin. So if we can keep all the other organs working well, and especially our digestive system and our colon working well, then our skin doesn't have to take over that job, and our skin is supposed to be much more clear when we are eliminating regularly. So if you know someone that suffers with acne, someone that has breakouts, you know what? Share this information with them. Share them. Did you know that maybe water, just drinking the right amount of water, a good amount of water, can help? Anyway, I just wanted to say that out, because I know how painful it is to suffer with troubled skin, especially in your teenage years, and that seems to be when it kind of hits a lot of different people. So again, drinking water can lead to less breakouts and less acne. Water increases our metabolic rate. So, and this is not cold water, which can actually slow it down, but it's warm water. So warm water. So they've actually done studies, and they found that drinking warm water, and I'm not talking hot water, I'm not talking ice water or cold water either. I am talking like the type of water that you would, like the type of body temperature that you would tend to give to a baby, just like that tepid warm, just barely warm, right? So that's the temperature of water that's super good for us to be drinking if we want to boost our metabolic rate, and it can boost it. Studies are showing it can boost it up to 24%. And I don't actually know what does 24% boosted metabolism do, but I'm just gonna guess that every little bit helps if we're trying to maintain proper weight. Anyway, okay. And water has a different way that it can also aid in weight loss. And okay, before I talk about that though, I want to go back to drinking warm water. So studies drinking warm water actually show that it helps you digest your food better, and so you're going to be getting more out of your food, which I think is great. Like, it's a great benefit. It's not that we are what we eat, it's that we are what we digest, right? And drinking warm water is great for aiding our digestive system. So if you're wanting to get to a little bit healthier weight, which a lot of people do, a lot of people in December, they're like, oh, this year I want to get to healthier weight. And then January comes, and we're striving to get to our healthy weight goals, right? Water can help, not only because it helps you digest things better, which is gonna, like, when you're nurturing yourself better, your stomach is gonna have much more healthy gut flora, which helps in healthy metabolism. But also, drinking water can help, because if you're dehydrated, your body can actually mistake that need for water for a need to food. And I think this probably helps with me quite a bit. But like, I get that, oh, I'm hungry, and I'm like, I just kind of ate not too long ago, but I am hungry. But really, maybe that prompting in my mind is not that I'm hungry, but that I am thirsty, and that is just how my mind is interpreting it. So, here's what you can do. if you feel like you're hungry, you know, you're getting the prompting to eat, go ahead, drink a glass of water. See, does it take away the prompting? If it was that you were thirsty, it's going to go away. If it's that your body actually needs food and nutrition, it's going to stay there, right? So just drink the water first. The nice thing about water too is it helps you digest your food better. So when you do eat, you're going to be getting more from your food, and it actually helps your stomach go fuller, gives you a fuller feeling faster. So you're going to have a way less chance of overeating if you're drinking water before you eat. So that's going to be something that I really try to do this year. I love that I'm learning alongside of you. Just love it. Okay, so now I used to live in England, and all of Europe back in the 80s when I lived there. I can't speak for it today because I'm not there. I don't live there right now. But back in the 80s when I lived in England, people, like, you couldn't even order ice water in restaurants. Like, I mean, maybe some restaurants, but most restaurants, they did not serve you your beverages with ice. Europe kind of knew that ice was bad for you. And but in America, and I do think that Europeans tend to be a lot more health conscious and just kind of do things in ways that studies show is really, really beneficial. Like, people say that the French diet is super good, where the average American diet not so good. So I don't know that Americans are super great at our, well, I don't even know. I'm not going to go down that road, but because I'm an American, and why should I go down the road saying any way that Americans aren't great? But I'm just telling you that Europeans are super great at not drinking cold water. And Americans love, like, anytime I go to any restaurant in America, what do? They bring me water, and it usually has ice in it, or the ice that they pour, the water that they pour into my glass has ice in it. Like, Americans, we like ice cold water. It's so bad for us. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you first some studies on why cold water is actually not good for us, and then I'm going to give you some studies on why warm water, again, that like baby temperature water, the temperature of the liquid that you would give a baby, is actually so good for us. Okay, so according to the Daily Nutrition News, so this is why super hot water is not good for us. Those who drink water at 80 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit may be damaging their body. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to drink like the hot water, right? That's not what we want. Cold water increases your risk of getting sick because it actually forms a lot more mucus in your body, and your body has to fight to take that down. Okay, so that's one way cold water can increase your chance of getting sick. And this is the key. This is like okay, this is why I don't want to drink the cold water for me. The European Journal of Pharmaceutical and Medical Research has said that cold water can constrict our blood vessels and can decrease our ability to digest our food properly. So I'm thinking of all these times, like, we're drinking that ice cold water, mostly at meals, right? And I'm like, gracious, we are doing the opposite. We are decreasing our digestion. We're decreasing the nutrients that we get from our food when we drink cold water, and especially ice cold water with it. Like, that's enough for me to totally not want to drink cold water anymore. So moving on to some studies that show the benefits of hot water. Not hot water, not cold water, but just that tepid, that just kind of barely warm water. Again, the kind of the temperature that you would feed a baby. So clinical nutritionist Stella Metsovas, Metsovas, if you want to look it up later, says warm water helps us to break down food better and helps us to keep our digestion going. So that tepid, that kind of warm water helps us get more nutrition from our food. We're digesting it better. Again, it's not what you eat, it's what you can digest. Okay? she says that drinking cold water with food can help harden the food, which in turn can create fat deposits in the intestines. I don't know. Fat deposits. That just doesn't sound good to me. Does that sound good to you? No, right? So not drinking the cold water, especially not when we're eating. Not when we're eating. Okay. Cold water actually needs to be heated up before our body can use it. So drinking cold water slows our body's rehydration process. So here are some other. So yeah, so cold water makes it harder for us to digest our food. The tepid or the barely warm water helps us get more nutrition, digest things better, keep things moving better, right? It's the warm water that we want. Okay, so Healthline, I love this word, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But here's a study. Healthline says that warm water helps to alleviate pain. It's very alleviate pain. It's very beneficial for people who get cramps because it increases the blood flow to the skin and it helps to relax cramped muscles. Okay, so when it talks about helping relax cramped muscles, I'm thinking of three populations. My mind goes to three populations. The first one is women who suffer from those menstrual cramps, and that's not something that I've really suffered with, but I definitely have women in my circles that suffer with that excruciatingly. Like sometimes they don't want to go to school, they don't want to go to work, they just want to be home, and this makes sense. They kind of want to have a warm compress, a hot water bottle, a heating pad on their stomach because it helps. The heat helps. And I don't even know why I didn't think about this before, but the cold makes things worse. So if you're suffering with cramps, and what I want us all to do, if that's what we're suffering with, is when we are feeling those cramps coming on, when we're in the middle of the pain, let's reach for not cold water, not hot water. Let's reach for that tepid, that barely warm water. Again, the temperature that we would give to a baby, right? Just barely warm. Let's see if that doesn't help us with our cramping. Okay, so then since I've been pregnant many different times, 9 children and lost 6, so 15 times, right? I've studied pregnancy so much, and as I'm thinking that cold water can strict things and kind of bring a painful aspect to things, and warm water can help with cramping muscles. I'm like, why in the world are we in America giving women ice chips when they are in labor? Like, why are we doing that? Okay, no expert, no doctor, no research on it. But just from the research that I'm seeing, I'm like, your cold makes it harder to hydrate. When you are in labor, you need your body working as good as it can. You need the best hydration that you can get. Why would you do anything that would slow down your hydration rate? Right? And the other thing I'm thinking of, warm water helps to relax cramps. Why are we not giving that to women? Why? I know in a lot of American society they're like, don't eat, don't drink, just in case. And in a lot of the rest of the world they're like, eat, drink, you need your nutrition to help your body function best at its birth. So you do your own due diligence on this. All I'm just saying is the next time one of my children is in labor, right, I'm going to say, hey, before you even get to the labor, let's study the benefits on how warm water can help relax muscles and relax the cramping. Okay, and the last population that I thought of when I thought of it releases cramps, I was like, athletes, have you ever been running and you get cramps? Right? Why are we reaching for the cold water? Why, when it decreases our rehydration rate, and when warm water increases it, and it helps to relax our muscles, and it helps to um, helps to end those cramps, right? So again, 3 populations: people who suffer with menstrual cramps, women who are birthing, and athletes. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, I'm just going with and kind of what goes into it. Everyone needs to do their own diligence, but that's kind of where my brain is doing. Okay, so warm water, not hot, just get the tepid, barely warm water. It can slow down the aging process. So remember when you're dehydration, you get backed up and you get all those toxins in your body, and the toxins in your body can actually speed up the aging process. I don't know about you, but I have children and I want to be around for them for a very, very long time. My mom's not here on this earth anymore. She's in heaven, right? She's not here on this earth anymore. She died when she was 86. And sometimes I would just love to go and chat with my mom. Chatting with my mom always made me feel better. And I can't claim to be as an amazing mom as my mom was, but I'm just thinking sometimes just being with your mom make things better. So I want to be around. I don't want to speed up my aging process. I want to do what I can to slow it down. And warm water can keep your digestive system moving, and it can help. They say warm water, and again, not kind of the tepid, barely warm water, can help repair skin cells, increases elasticity, and okay, I'm citing Stella Medsovas, Medsovas, and she was saying that women especially benefit from drinking that tepid, barely warm water because it helps to balance our hormones and helps us function better. So women especially, I guess, it's important to be drinking not the cold water, not the hot water. That can damage our body, right? And cold water, we've already gone to the how it's not good for us. But that tepid, barely warm water. Okay. So, now this is one of my favorite things. Oh, and before I go into this, I just want to mention, do you remember how that warm water can help reduce cramping, right? And do you remember how that tepid, barely warm water and proper hydration can help us not get headaches, right? Number 1 cause of headaches, dehydration. Now, I have said over and over again in so many of my videos that anything that helps with physical pain also helps with emotional pain. Let's just know that. So if it's going to help with headaches, it's going to help with emotional pain. If it's going to help decrease cramping, it's going to help with emotional pain. Now I'm going to go into the one of the other things of benefits of water, and that's that it decreases stress. Again, with physical pain, it helps with emotional pain. So according to the Journal of Psychopharmacology, according to the Journal of Psychopharmacology, there you go. Drinking warm water, again, not the hot, but the barely tepid, to like what you give the baby, can improve the central nervous system, and it can help us feel less anxious. Right? What is anxiety? Pain, anxiety, fear. Being properly hydrated helps our brain function better. Warm water is soothing. It's soothing to our body. It's soothing to our emotions. Okay. So, now warm water can help reduce cramps, bloating, and it can be stimulating to the colon, which can help it be more active and help set up our body so we have better absorption through the rest of the day. Warm water actually stays in the stomach longer, helps you feel full longer. Drinking warm water is just better for you than drinking cold water. But that said, if your only option is dehydration or cold water, take the cold water. Because drinking any water is better than drinking no water. Okay? So the best thing to drink, not the hot water, not the cold water, but the tepid, barely warm water. But if you can't get that, drinking cold water is better than nothing. Okay? So, just some tips on drinking water. Essential oils, if you just don't like the drinking plain water, which I do, but if you don't, essential oils are super good. You can put lemon, wild orange, lime, grapefruit, mandarin, tangerine, essential oils in your water. Can you get me any essential oil that has that supplement fact on it? Again, I always tell you this, but it's so true, I'm going to repeat it, that I would never recommend drinking any essential oil, putting any essential oil into your food or your water unless doTERRA essential oils. And why? Because a third party tests every single batch of oil. Perfect. And so you know that you're not getting anything. You can, every bottle of doTERRA essential oil has a the batch number on the bottom, and you can go to source to you and you can see every single test that was run on your batch of oil and the results. So, can you ingest every single oil, essential oil? No, you can't. Some are just for topical application or to be used aromatically, but you can digest or ingest one a ton of essential oils. And what you're going to do when it comes to doTERRA essential oils is you're going to look for the supplement fact. It's just the same thing that you would see in your cereal box. And it just lets you know that you can use this internally. So super, super good. Okay, so that is our affirmation for the day. And I know we talked a lot, but it's important. Our affirmation for the day is I nurture myself, and drink lots of water. And so I wanted to definitely go into, Caleb, can you please get me water? Actually, so I need water right now. So I just wanted to go into the health benefits of drinking water because I think we all need a good reminder. I'm actually going to be posting one of my favorite clips where I got a lot of this, like 99% of this information from, in the comments. So I think we'll be watching that every single month, like the first day every single month, because I want to remind myself drinking water is so important to us. Okay, so you know we always do pair a song with the affirmation. Now, the song that I'm pairing with the affirmation of the week, which I'm very excited about, vegetables, is the song "Shower the People You Love with Love," and because we want to nurture the people we love, we want to be giving them a ton, and us too, right? A ton of veggies, so we actually are nourished with really, really good things. And shower the people you love with love. That's one of the things I didn't talk about, that taking a shower is actually a very good way of getting water into your system too. So, anyway, pairing again the song for the whole week is shower the people you love with love. Showering ourselves with water, showering others with love and affection, showering all of us with a good amount of veggies. Okay, and one thing I failed to mention in the water section is that veggies can be up to 90% water, right? So it's almost like eating a veggie is kind of like eating water. Eating water, like, anyway, I think that's super cool. So if you're trying to get more water, trying to boost your hydration levels, eat veggies. Okay, so the diffuser blend that we're diffusing this week is 2 drops rosemary, which is oil of knowledge and transition, 2 drops fennel, which is the oil of responsibility, and 2 drops lemon, which is the oil of focus. Now, it's Tuesday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be diving deep into the emotional benefits of each of the oils, but and then Friday we go into the physical benefits of that oil. Since it's Tuesday and the first oil in this diffuser blend is rosemary, that is what we're going to be diving into. So, rosemary is throughout literature as an herb for remembrance. Okay, it's super good for the mind. Super good for the mind. So you can use it during study sessions. You can use it on a aromatherapy bracelet before you go in to take your test. It's so good for the memory. It can help those who have learning disabilities, and it's great for those that are suffering with memory loss, indecisiveness, or mental fatigue. Okay, going on indecisiveness. Rosemary is super good at helping us remember the important things in life. So, if you have someone that could be a little neglectful, they're like, yeah, I don't have time for you, I'm doing this. It can help them remember, no, at the end of the day, what's the most important thing to us is the relationship, right? Rosemary, it can help remind us of, you know what, our priorities are our priorities are so important for us. Let's give our priorities time, right? Let's not sacrifice our priorities for things of lesser value. Rosemary, it can help remind us that. It can be great for those who kind of tend to drift off and daydream and kind of go into fantasy land. Now, is daydreaming good? Yes, it can be so good. We all need that quiet time to just relax and let ourselves dream, and even fantasize on what would we really want our life to look like. Like, we have to have those fantasies so that we can move in that direction, right? But if people are spending too much time in dreamland or fantasy land instead of let's work and make it a reality land, then Rosemary can help with that. Okay, Rosemary is called the essential oil of knowledge and transition. It can be very, very helpful in times of transition, moving to a new home, moving to a new school, starting a new job, having a new baby, right? Do babies change your lives? Yes. They change our lives forever in so many positive ways, but every positive thing usually brings with it some work, right? Babies can be like a ton of hard work, and so anytime you're going to a new transition, maybe you're trying to transition into better goals, right? Rosemary can help. Okay, so I didn't know this, but they said rosemary could be extremely beneficial for those who are usually vibrant and organized and industrious and sensitive, but who have become apathetic because of hurts or injustice, right? So if you have someone who is typically like that and they're just not kind of wanting to do anything, rosemary can help with that. So again, rosemary is especially beneficial for those who thrive on work. Okay, rosemary, it blends very well. So if you're going to want to use rosemary for focusing, then it blends very well with basil, peppermint, or spearmint. If you want to use rosemary to help become more open-minded, then it blends well with cypress or like the different kind of evergreen oils, like the black spruce and Siberian fir. And if you're wanting to use rosemary to kind of help you stay focused and be more joyful at the same time, definitely pop a few drops of a citrus oil in it, whether it's lemon, lime, wild orange, tangerine. All of those can help you stay focused but feel the fun in it. So help the focus seem less serious, more fun. And if you're kind of trying to want to use rosemary to remember the values, our priorities, and what we really, really value, because we want those values in our lives because they create more harmony in ourselves and in our homes, and we're going to be wanting to pair that with frankincense or lavender. So rosemary is an amazing essential oil. So many emotional benefits with it. Here are some negative emotions that it helps with if you're confused. if you have difficulty adjusting or transitioning, if you have a limited perspective, or if you have difficulties in learning. And the positive properties that can help bring in is having mental clarity and trusting the knowledge that we have, being teachable, working on ways to be enlightened, being open to new experiences, and it helps with our ability to adjust to things. Super good for any time we need. And doesn't that life bring so many different adjustments, like even every day? Like, aren't we going to have like amazing adjustment muscles at the end of this life? I think we are going to. Okay, so that is Rosemary Essential Oil. Again, I'm just reminding us that we are diffusing 2 drops of rosemary, which is the oil of knowledge and focus, 2 drops of fennel, which is the oil of responsibility. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. And 2 drops of lemon, which is the oil of focus. We'll be talking about that on Thursday. That's our essential oil blend for this week, reminding us that the song for this week is Shower the People You Love with Love, and that means you too. Shower you with love. And the affirmation for the day is, I nurture myself and drink lots of water. 2 parts, nurturing yourself, drinking lots of water. And the affirmation for this week is, I am very excited about new veggies. And even if they're not new, just veggies, I'm very excited about veggies. Okay, so this is Suzanne Williams with Essential Oils How Matters, Living the Wholesome Life, telling you that I know that you can make it a great day. Bye-bye.